morning and welcome to 1 Million Cups, everybody. I'm sure you've noticed already that it is Global Entrepreneurship Week. So that's part of the reason we're doing something new. We're Skyping to Palestine. They have something called Startup Huddle there, which is the same as 1 Million Cups. So we've been getting our technology ready, audio, visual, everything. So they are seeing us and we will see them. So welcome to 1 Million Cups and welcome to Dallas. And just want to give you guys a little bit of background about what's happening here today. 1 Million Cups is an organization that was started by the Kauffman Foundation 6 years ago, and we're celebrating the 5-year anniversary for the Dallas chapter. What's it about? It's about building community, bringing entrepreneurs together, and giving those people who haven't started businesses an opportunity to have a platform. And if you have started a business, or if you've been in business for 5 years or longer, it's still a space that is safe for you to come and connect and grow, and also to get the support, because no man is an island. You can work from home and be by yourself and really not get the quick results that you might get if you actually joined a community. So that's what this is for. It started with only a few people in a corporate office, and it continued to grow, and now it's in 185 markets across the United States. And the Kauffman Foundation has also initiated what's called Global Entrepreneurship Network in DC, and that organization basically runs the global affiliates, which are recognized as Startup Huddle in many different countries. So we've been partnered today with our friends at Palestine, and basically we want you to, enjoy this experience. So you're going to ask questions to our presenter. After he presents for 6 minutes, we'll have 20 minutes of Q&A. And then when their presenter presents for 6 minutes, we'll give him 20 minutes of Q&A. So we do have an app. We'd love for you to sign into our app. Just go 1 Million Cups and choose the Dallas chapter. Let us know that you're here. It's a great way for you to connect with someone you didn't get a chance to speak to, and also to make sure that you get our correspondence whenever we send out newsletters, and leave feedback for the presenters. That's very important for us. So today's presenter, we're going to welcome Farouk. He's based here in Dallas, and he has a company called Roomored. We've seen him on stage before, but for many of us it's going to be a first time, and we are welcoming him back because he has a lot of updates with his business. And we're excited to see the growth that he's having, and he will tell us all about Roomored. So let's welcome him with a round of applause today, please. That's how we do it in Dallas. Yes, welcome to the stage, Farouk.
Hi everyone, can you hear me? Wow, I haven't used one of these before. Well, good morning. My name is Farouk Malik. I'm the founder and CEO of Roomored. I'll start with a bit of a personal story. When I moved to Dallas almost 3 years ago, and I was new in the community, someone told me, hey, go check out this event Wednesday mornings, 1 Million Cups. You'll get to see the deck, you'll get to meet lots of entrepreneurs. So I showed up at the deck. So 1 Million Cups and the deck were my introduction to the Dallas startup community. So that was great, and congratulations to the Dallas chapter for completing 5 years. We presented here a year after I got introduced to the community, early 2017, when we had launched our product and we had some early success. And when Isabel and Monica reached out to me asking if I could present at the 5-year anniversary, I was more than willing and really excited to come back here and tell you all about the progress that we've made. So let's get started. There are a lot of new faces here, so I'll start with introduction to the business, and I'll talk about the progress we've made, and then we'll get into questions. So let's talk about the problem. Oh, before that, I've got my colleague Corey Gant here. Corey's a project manager on the team, and he'll also demo the product to us. Sorry, that way. Can you move it back? Thank you. One more. Thank you. So this is not working? Okay. So the way large home builders sell homes today is by putting a model home on the middle of a dirt patch and then making their buyers drive to it. When the buyers have to select finishes, so their flooring and their countertops and tiles, they have to use little samples such as these to make a decision. Imagine visualizing these on your 3,000 square foot home. People used to say that they would never buy an expensive product like a car online. However, today millions of cars are designed and sold that way. Home builders recognize that they need to give the same shopping experience to their buyers, and they're looking to change. And they're looking for partners to change. Roomored is that partner. Our platform, our solution, is a SaaS platform for home builders. We have high quality models of every floor plan that the builder is selling in the community, and our platform also has all the finish options digitally that the buyer has access to. What does that mean? This enables the builder to eliminate the cost of model homes. It enables the builder to sell homes earlier because they don't have to wait to build a model home for 6 to 12 months, and it enables the buyer to design the dream home. So let us show you our product. Corey is a buyer. Move this forward. So we are part of the sales process and the design process at Home Builders. Corey, this is one of the many floor plans that the builder is selling in the community. Corey can visually, in an immersive way, experience the entire space. He can look around. He can walk around the space. Everything that you're seeing here has been virtually created. There's no photography involved here. And every floor plan that the builder offers has this experience. And now that he's picked a floor plan, he can customize it. So let's change some backsplashes. All the finish options, these are real products, Daltile, Arizona, Amzer, are available on the platform. We have the largest color, size, scale, and pattern accurate 3D database of finishes than any company out there. So you can see how easy it is to use. You can see the high visual quality. I'm going to changing countertops. And then you can move around also. You're not fixed at that spot. Great. Thank you, Corey. So let's talk about our progress slowly, quickly. Since we presented in early 2017, we closed a funding round in 2017. We're currently raising another round, actually. When we first came, we had seen some early success. There were some of the builders that we were working with in early 2017. Today, yeah, that's fine. Today, our portfolio has grown significantly. We're working with some of the largest names in the industry. In fact, we're working with 10 of the top 30 builders in North America. And we're really excited about that, with the growth that we're seeing, and the growth that we've experienced, and the growth that we're seeing going forward. A few examples of where we're deployed. These are examples of our design center deployments. In California, that's Corey on the right. In Calgary, on similar tablets. This is an example of how we're deployed in sales centers, in Austin, in Ottawa. And in sales centers, we're often deployed in large 50-inch screens, or a combination of tablets and 50-inch screens. Our team has grown from 5 to 15. And the thing about our technology is that it's not a matter of someone just writing code. There are a number of complicated, complex components to our technology. The virtual home data, right? So data such as bedrooms and bathrooms is available on Zillow, but it's data on the spatial data of how the rooms relate to each other, the number of windows, the number of doors, what the baseboards are, what the different elements are. That's the data that we have. The finished data that I talked about. We have the largest finished data, hundreds and thousands of finishes that are available. The furniture database that works, the customization engine that allows the user to interact and make changes, and of course the cloud and GPU render. But it doesn't stop there, right? The opportunity continues from buying a new home, to when you design it, to when you furnish a home, to when you renovate a home, and then services after that. And that's what's so exciting for us, because it doesn't stop with the new home market. If you look at home renovation and furniture, these are massive industries. Home renovation is a $300 billion industry. Furniture is a $150 billion industry. And the e-commerce, especially with home renovation, is zero. Like, no one buys tile the way you buy a pair of shoes. And that's what we're changing with our solution. And our solution is these personalized models so people can visually see what the options are. Hey, that's fine. So if you just keep going, I'll stop here, but basically the next steps for us are home furniture and home renovations, and we're very excited about it. Open for 20 minutes of questions.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Okay, so the first question we always ask here at 1 Million Cups is what can we do as a community to help you and Roomored out?
Sure. So one thing that we're doing is we're focused on large builders, but we're now entering the small home builder market. We're going to enter the home renovation market as well as the furniture market, and there's a lot of user testing involved. So if anyone here has been through home renovation, has worked with a small builder or a big builder, been through the new home buying experience, we're looking to understand what your experience was as part of our user testing. So please come talk to me. I would love to talk to you, understand your experience, and incorporate your feedback in our product development. So.
Okay, thank you so much. We're now ready for our first question.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
When you say you're working with these large home builders, how are you working with joint venture agreements? You have contracts with them? In other words,
Yeah.
what's the legal thing that ties the two together, and are you making money from that?
Sure. We work in a licensing model. So we are a SaaS platform, home builders license our platform and use us. So with each of the people that we mentioned, we have licensing, each of the builders that we mentioned, we have licensing agreements with them, and they're paying us on a monthly basis to have their floor plans on our platform. So
what kind of profit margins? What kind of profit margins are in that end of the business? Is it gross profit margins?
well, let's talk one-on-one later. I don't want to reveal my profit margins to the world, but it's a licensing model, right? Which is once these platforms are here, then they pay us on a per floor plan basis. To give you context, right? Each of these builders to us they build over 2,000 to 3,000 homes a year, right? So which means their homes are based on over 200 floor plans. On a full company-wide deployment, each of these builders represent over $1 million of annual revenue to us. Hopefully that answers your question.
Well, obviously, the basis of business is gross profit and net profit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this sounds like a great idea. I like it, all right?
Sure.
And obviously, my question, and I'm an attorney, and I'm right to the bottom line usually quickly, is what is it? And then how do we improve it? Okay.
Let's talk one-on-one. I'll show our financial model. It's not something we reveal to everyone. Thank you. Let's just say we're a profitable business, self-sustaining. So hopefully that's enough.
All right, if you would like a question, just raise your hand and we'll pass the microphone to you.
I know you.
You do know me.
Yeah.
And Corey, you did a great job with the tile. You did awesome. Yes, good modeling. You mentioned that you were raising another round. I'm curious, what size of round are you looking for? Who would be a good fit for that round, and what you're going to use it for?
Sure. We're raising $2 to $3 million. We're actually almost there to the end. It'll be used to really accelerate our growth and scale within our existing builders and new builders. So really, all of that will go into the product. And launching with the new opportunities I mentioned, so home renovation and furniture, to launch those.
Hi there. I'm assuming that you upload their designs, their plan, and when that happens, what is your normal timeline? How long does it take for you to upload all the different designs, A? And B, do you also offer technical services, IT services, in case things go wrong throughout their life cycle?
Yeah, sure. The first thing is, right, so the initial goal for us is for us to make this scalable was how fast we create these models. So a lot of our tech is in automation of the creation of the model, automation of ingesting the data. The initial deployment with any new builder takes about 3 months because there's a lot of data that we're ingesting from the builder. And but once that data is ingested, then it's really quick. We can turn around models within a day. That's how fast we are. What was the second question?
Support, IT support.
Yeah, so with a SaaS model, it's the support's always there. You're obviously always providing the customer service to the builder, but at the same time, you're also improving. It's a bit like iOS, which is we're adding features constantly with a new company, so the builder gets these new features on a constant basis.
We have a question from our remote audience. Yes, I think we can. Can you guys hear them?
You can, I can't.
Okay, go.
Can we ask the question? Okay, great. Can you elaborate about your team? Who you are, what's your background, and how long it took you to develop the product, as we can see it in the laptop?
Elaborate on your team, who you are, your background, and
Sure. So, who I am? So, I'm Farooq Malik, but I spent my background before I jumped into the world of entrepreneurship was in private equity and in investment banking. I did about 8 years of that before I became an entrepreneur. A lot of the skills I acquired there have really helped me bring Roomored to this stage. My team is, I have one thing I'm really proud of is that we've put together a really impressive team of developers, of 3D artists, of technical artists, of VR executives, B2B sales executives, real estate executives. It's been, because this is a really complex technology, it's constantly in development. To get the core technology ready took about 2 years. Is there a follow-up question?
Okay, so the question is really the business model, like how you did the validation, especially not only dealing with the builders of this, it's almost a big industry. So how was your interaction with the consumer, with the developer?
can you repeat the question? The question is about the business model. Since you are a software as a service company, you still have to interact with the consumer. Can you elaborate on how you interact with the consumer?
Sure. We are a B2B2C company. So our customer is the builder, but it's the consumer that's using this. Or most of our interactions is with the builder, are with the builder, and the builder interacts with the consumer. But we, sorry, they're listening, right? Okay. Yeah, so, but we have interactions with the consumers as well, and that's where we've got feedback on how they're finding it. That's how we establish product market fit. That's how we've got all this data on how long they spend on the platform, how it's helping them, the upgrade ratio, how it's accelerating sales, etc. So it's interaction with both the builder as well as the consumer.
I know you said that your business is like uses a 3D virtual model. Do y'all use anything like virtual reality glasses to do that, or do you just use computer screens?
We also use VR goggles, so that's one of the outputs. What we've found feedback from builders is that the way this is used, the photos that you saw in sales and design centers, it's the experience needs a touchscreen sort of experience until VR goggles and the interactive element of VR goggles gets more advanced. Until then, this is what they prefer. But we, at least the moving around the space, that can be experienced with VR goggles. Yeah.
I have a question here.
Yeah.
So, I have a question on the supply chain side of the remodeling. So the customizations which you offer, like the tiles, you told you have like the largest collection.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just based? So who makes sure the supply chain? So is it the builder? Sorry, is it just the builder who's offering you these are the customizations we can offer, or do you have different supply chain partners? Okay, so these are the products which I have. Can you put them on your website, or could you offer it to your builders?
Both. So we have relationships with the builder as well as the manufacturers, the Daltile, Arizona, Amzer, those guys. So we have this database that we're building, and a builder says, you know, we use these 50 tiles from Daltile. So most of the time we already have that in the database, so we just enable it in the back end. If we don't, then we create it, so it's part of building a database. So the relationship is both ways.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. Sorry they cut you short, but it was very interesting. I experienced sort of an event at IKEA one time where they did VR goggles and they had to go through and you could change their furniture out and all that stuff. Was that your technology, or do you have competition in this realm?
Absolutely. So I think what you experienced at IKEA was what I would call a one-off experience. So IKEA, a lot of retailers, some builders as well, have these one-off experiences that they put in there. Sorry, first question, not our technology. Secondly, do we have competition? So the competition comes in the form of, given this doesn't work, I probably can't. Okay, that's fine. I had a few slides on competition, but we don't have any direct competition. We have competition in the form of other people who have tried to solve the visualization problem in the space, but no one else out there is able to, has a product that's scalable. So that's the big difference. There are one-off experiences that retailers and builders have, but actually have a product that's scalable across hundreds of thousands of floor plans and builders and thousands of options. There's no competition there, while maintaining the high quality that we offer.
Okay, so hi, and great
Hello.
presentation, by the way.
Thank you.
So out of curiosity, what are you currently doing to advertise your company and market to like their builders and such as that? And follow-up question: do you have a marketing team, or are you enlisting a different, like a marketing company to assist your company?
We're trying a range of things. Being a startup, we don't have a huge marketing budget, but it's from direct outreach to using our network to what we have found is as our network has grown, builders are recommending to other builders. There's a huge word of mouth, and there's such a herd mentality where once you've proven yourself with a few big names, then the other names want to work with you. So there's a lot of inbound that we're getting. We also go to shows, and we'll be going to more shows next year. A lot of these builder shows and conferences where we approach people. Yeah.
Okay, I think we have time for maybe one or two questions if the first one's short.
Shukran. So, what is the biggest barrier to your next stage of growth?
Shukran means thank you. The next barrier for us is speed to market. How fast it's not a barrier, but that's the big challenge that we need to overcome next year, is speed to market, how fast we can start working with more builders and how fast we can grow within those builders and acquire market share. So that's my biggest focus for next year.
So how do you overcome the challenges associated?
You invest in the product, and that's the reason that we're raising another round to really invest in the product to allow us to scale that fast with the builders. And yeah, and I think it's a big relationship-driven space also. So we have the right people in the team to manage those relationships, and it's a combination of the two. You make sure your product is the best out there, and you keep investing in it, and you make sure your customer is happy, and you keep growing.
Any other questions? Okay, well, I have a question. Could you tell us a story of how you acquired your first customer?
Interesting, yeah. Who should I talk about? Sorry? Yeah. I think as our first customer for the design platform, it actually came through a connection which was through our CEO, Chan, who brought that connection, and they wanted a solution which was, we were developing it, but it wasn't there, right? So we still needed a few more months of work. We went and showed them what our vision was, what we were working on, just a very early demo of our product, mostly a PowerPoint presentation, and we won that based on a PowerPoint presentation, and that shows you the need, the problem, that we didn't even need to show a product. They knew that this was the problem. We had a solution, and they signed on, right? So there is that need. We don't have to explain the problem to anyone. The problem's evident, yeah, I think that's a pretty cool story. The second big builder that we got was through an email campaign, right? So you don't see that very often. The third one was through an inbound. Hey, I heard you're really cool. So it's been a combination.
All right, I think we have a couple of questions from, no, we don't. We do? Okay. Any other questions here? No? No? Okay.
Uh-oh.
What about the web, Farouk?
So big milestone. So Nick is our head of product right there. So the reason he mentioned web was we launched web a few months ago. Web was a huge milestone for us to make this product and the capability here of showing thousands of products and hundreds of floor plans on the web was a huge challenge, and we overcame that and we launched Roomored Web a few months ago. That was a big milestone and again, a big attraction. So what that means is builders already are shrinking their design time in design studios. So buyers used to spend 6 to 12 hours in a design studio designing. That's coming down. The next step is the buyers actually start designing from the comfort of their existing homes, and they do most of that work from the existing homes, and they come in and just finalize their designs. That is big for a builder. It reduces the overhead significantly. They don't need as many designers. They don't need to spend so much time in the design studio. So something we're really proud of, and it means a lot for the growth of the business.
All right, thank you. Any word from the remote side yet?
No word. You might have lost connection.
Technology.
Okay, thank you, Farouk. We'll give you a round of applause. Thank you for
Thank you.
being here and sharing your story with us.
Thank you for
That
having
was
me.
awesome. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, this is kind of our intermission, and hopefully it is not going to be long. It's only supposed to be about 2 minutes, but hopefully we can get our counterparts back on site during this moment. I want to thank all of our sponsors here today. So Michael Bruner, he does video for us, and if you ever miss a session, you can catch it on our website, 1millioncups.com. And we are in the space for the Dallas Entrepreneur Center, known as the DEC, and Capital Factory. Is anyone here from the DEC? Because originally the DEC is who facilitated the launch of 1 Million Cups, and since it is our 5-year, we'd love to welcome Jigna, if you want to just say a couple of words about the DEC And I want to mention Jennifer Conley is here today. She's one of the original co-founders for bringing 1 Million Cups to Dallas. Thank you, Jennifer. Not sure where you are in the room, but we want to thank you for launching this because you've definitely helped support a lot of entrepreneurs in Dallas. Jigna, can you give us a quick message about the deck, please? Thank you. Sure.
Hi everyone, I'm Jigna Vigella. I'm the Director of Events and Programs with the Dallas Entrepreneur Center. We have multiple hubs, innovation hubs here in the DFW area. One being this one. We partner with Capital Factory. They're originally from Austin, but they came here a few months back, so we partnered with them. And with our partnership, we help startups and entrepreneurs with mentorship, education, as well as community. We also have a few other locations. One is in Addison Treehouse. We partner with Addison. And then we had a grand opening at the Redbird Mall. So we have a few locations. Come find us. Get on our mailing newsletter list through our website, thedeck.co. And there are a lot of free entrepreneur-focused events that we host throughout every week and months. So I do want to highlight one specific event that's happening tomorrow, which is our We Dallas event, which is our Women Entrepreneur event. You don't have to be a woman to attend. The CEO and founder of Poopery is going to be there, as well as the CEO and founder of Buzzballs, which is like a really cool cocktail drink. So if you guys haven't heard about them, come and hear about them and learn from them. And I'll be around after the meeting to talk to you guys. Thanks.
Awesome, thank you. Good stuff. And just so everybody knows, also Capital Factory is having an accelerator intro, or they're doing an info session here right after this event. It actually starts at 10:30. And it's either going to be in this room or it's in Donkey Kong in the back on this first level. Okay, so I also would like to thank Gig Wage. They are sponsoring us this month for all of our coffee. Is Craig still with us? Craig, do you want to deliver a message for your company? We'd love to have you tell us. And for everyone watching in Palestine, just so you know, Gig Wage is a really cool startup, and so they are sponsoring our program, and we want you to know about Gig Wage too. So this will be real quick. Go ahead, Craig.
I want to apologize to the people in Palestine. I couldn't get the coffee delivered on time, but we're working on that. My name is Craig Lewis. I'm the founder and CEO of a company called Gig Wage. We're a payment fintech startup here locally in Dallas. We're a venture-backed company. We've raised about $2.5 million, and our entire mission is to help businesses pay, manage, and support their independent contractors. So think very much like what you would see with a traditional company like an ADP or an Intuit, but with more of a modern feel, more like a Venmo or a PayPal, just really quick, fast, and easy, and designed specifically to help businesses manage their 1099 workforce. So we're super happy to help the freelancers of the world and gig workers of the world and contractors and contingent workers get paid faster and hopefully make more money, and help businesses manage those workforces more efficiently. So if you've got contractors to pay, check out Gig Wage, and if you're a contractor trying to get paid, tell them to check out Gig Wage.
That's awesome,
Please.
Craig. Thank you. That was fantastic. Okay, and thank you to Kurt too, providing the treats. If you've never tried Transylvanian treats before in your life, this is your opportunity to give it a try. Richie is serving his treats on the side here. And High Brew has sponsored us as well. They brought tons of their cold brew. So give that a try. You are welcome to it. So we are going to flip over to Palestine if they can hear us. Their presenter's name is Ali Tazami. His company is called Inggez. And I want you all to know, hopefully you can hear me. We know about what's happening in the area right now, and we would like you to know that we are praying for peace and stability in your region. So just sending you good vibrations. So I'm flipping over the presentation now to you. Thank you. Hello, Ali.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Okay.
Okay, we're ready for you to start.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Find a solution for the whole remote meetings problem. Like wherever you are, whenever there is a remote meeting, You spend like 10 minutes, can you hear me, can you hear me? And it never works. So maybe someone of the guys in Dallas can find a solution for that. So, good morning Dallas, good evening Ramallah. My name is Ali Qazabi. I'm co-founder CEO of Inggez. So Inggez is a bit get it over with in Arabic. And it was founded in 2018 here in Palestine. The idea came while I was in New York in the US. I wanted to work out. I was on a business trip and I wanted to work out. But when I looked at the gyms around, it was like really expensive to get at one of the gyms and train there for like 45 minutes or 50 minutes. So I decided to look up something online and I found ClassPass, which was also a bit expensive because it required me to buy a 1-month membership and I wanted just to use ClassPass for 1 day. So from there, like I said, okay, there is a problem, it's worth looking at. I came back and I spoke with Subhi here. He is the founder and CTO, there he is. So I spoke with Subhi and I told him what do you think about the whole membership thing. And back then, like, I think of a monthly membership with one of the gyms on Ramallah and he only went twice. So he felt the pain and we decided to tackle the whole membership problem together. Right now what we're doing is giving people on-demand access to gyms and fitness studios. We're not selling memberships, just work out wherever you want. So this is what currently we're doing and this is what Inggez is about. We launched our app in July this year and we're currently working with 15 gyms and fitness studios in Ramallah. We have around 100 users who fit the gyms more than 500 points. So this is our traction. So far, we've generated around like $7,000 in revenue, and we're going to expand to other cities in Palestine and also other cities in the region very soon. When it comes to investment, so far we bootstrapped our business from our own money. We didn't raise any money yet. And we're currently working on getting a seed fund in order to allow us to expand to other cities and countries in the region. We're targeting the MENA region only. I'm not sure if it will be in the US anytime in the future, maybe yes. But right now our goal is to take over the MENA fitness market, get people here, because it's not really easy to get outside for a run or jog. If you really want to get active, unfortunately, 99% of the time you need to go to the gym or you need to attend class. So what we're trying to do here is really give people the flexible and cost-effective options that allow them to manage a healthier lifestyle, and we're starting with the on-demand access to gyms and fitness studios. So that's about it. Questions?
Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have any questions? Hello?
I'm sure we have some questions over here. Our first question that we always have at 1 Million Cups Dallas is what can we do as a community, or in this case, a very, very large community, do to help you and your startup?
Okay, so good question. I don't know, funding maybe? Couple of $100,000? To help our startup. Very interesting. So, so yeah, funding, of course, we need money. But seriously speaking, like the best thing that we need right now, because we're bootstrapping the business from our own money, like the most important thing we need is mentorship and guidance. Because we don't have an investor, we don't have someone like the real experience to grow and scale businesses up. So maybe if someone from your side can help us with that, with like some mentorship, especially on, like both Subhi and I are both on the product development side. So I used to be a product manager at a startup here in Ramallah. Is currently leading a development team in a company also in Ramallah. So our experience is more towards the technical part of the job. So we really can use some help when it comes to the business side, like marketing, how we scale, how we grow, how we penetrate other countries and markets in the region, and also how we compete with companies like ClassPass, who already came to Asia. They launched in Dubai last month. They launched their model last month, so maybe we can use some help.
All right, thank you. Do we have any questions in the audience?
Okay, go ahead.
Hello. So my question is, you mentioned that you had some competition that was already established and was launching in Dubai. So what makes you different from the other companies in the competition, and how can you analyze that and use that in the future to be able to continue growing?
Sorry, I'm not sure if I got the question correctly, but were you asking about like our competitive edge versus other companies?
Yes.
So right now, our competitive edge is basically giving the on-demand option to people, the real on-demand option, because, like again, ClassPass, GovPass, all these tools who basically took the ClassPass model, they're all selling a monthly membership to users. So you end up buying a monthly subscription online. You use it, you don't, then you lose the money. So this is what we're doing differently. This is A. We're targeting the inactive people. Like, we're not targeting people who hit the gym more than 4 times. Yeah. So we're trying to tackle like the inactive people, get good people active, like get them just a couple of times a week. That's what we're I think so far we've actually done proof that this model is working, but most important thing that we need to do right now is test the model in other cities outside of Pakistan. So this is something we're gonna do really soon.
Thank you. Is there any questions in your audience?
I'm trying to look at. I'm trying to look.
Okay, so right now, if you are, okay, take one step back. How does it work? You download the app, you sign up. Right now in Palestine, we have problems with online payments. So right now, how does the app work? You need to pay for it, okay, and then use it to expense. Okay, so if you are an active person who is more than 4 times a week, it's going to be more expensive than membership. Right now, if you do the 3 times a week, first of all, the patient as you hit the gym. Okay, so if you use it less than 3 times a week, you need to get arrested. No, I must remember. Okay. Tell us about your business. Okay, so our model is basically we charge people money if they hit the gym or attend the class, and then 30% out of the total income. So let's say in order to attend the yoga class in a gym nearby, costs let's say $10. Then we take the $3 out and we pay $7. We pay the gyms on a monthly basis. So this is our.
What is your marketing plan to
Okay, so the question was our plan to grow our business, create the management. So right now we're going to focus our first year expanding to other 4 cities in Palestine. And in 2000, go to Amman and Riyadh. So Amman and Riyadh, then Saudi Arabia will be our next cities in the region. And from there, basically roll out to somewhere between 2 to 3 cities each and every year. Our goal is to take over the MENA fitness market in 5 years.
Any more questions? Welcome Dallas. Any more questions?
Yes, we do have one more question.
Okay, perfect.
Masa Akir.
So my question has to do with the receptivity of gyms. Gyms make their money off of people signing up who don't actually show up to use the gym. So how receptive have the gyms been to you approaching them?
Correct. So our sales pitch to the gyms is as follows. Like, yes, you get money out of people signing up and never showing up, but when people experience that, they end up staying forever. So we're getting new business to gyms. We're tackling a new market, and basically our 500 plus workouts that have happened so far proves this, that the people who are attending the gyms would never have without our solution, because people been there once, bought a membership and never used it, and that's why they decided to stay away from gyms and fitness studios forever. So with our on-demand solution, businesses can get these people back. Our on-demand prices right now are, if you calculate or you compare apple to apple, if I want to go 5 times a week for 1 month using Inggez, it's much more expensive than the gym membership. So the gyms are making money at the end of the day, and so far for Palestinian gyms, we got them more than 25,000 shekels, which is in dollars almost $6,000 worth of business. This is new business they would have never got without our solution. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
And I would like to speak quickly to 1 million Cups for giving us the opportunity to speak with you guys. And there's this morning fair here, and also maybe to start a huddle. And thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, that's the end of our Skype communication with our friends abroad. Hopefully you guys can appreciate the global experience. I do encourage you to go to the Global Entrepreneurship Network's website. There are a ton of events actually happening this week, mostly in Fort Worth. This was Dallas's opportunity to get involved. But as I said, yeah, Fort Worth has a ton of events. You are welcome to stick around and attend the accelerator session that's happening at 10:30. Does anybody have any questions for us, just about 1 million cups at all? No? Okay. If you would like to have a tour of Capital Factory, Oren is here. Maybe you can give us a wave. Oren he manages community memberships here, so he can definitely give you the complete story on Capital Factory, where they are now, where they're going, and what's happening upstairs. And then also, what else? That's about it. So I think I've covered everything today. Thanks again to our sponsors. Oh yes, we have a cake here. Thank you, Chris. How can I forget the cake? So just kind of really to acknowledge that we are celebrating the birthday of 1 million cups. The cake is on to your left, to my right. Please help yourself to a piece before you leave and meet somebody new today. Thanks for coming.